The tension is rising, and nothing will ever be the same at Maxton Hall. Secrets that were buried deep are starting to claw their way to the surface. And Ruby and James are standing right in the storm. Every choice they made in Season 1 comes crashing back, and the trailer for Season 2 doesn't hold back. The looks, the confrontations, the hidden glances, it's all a sign that consequences are coming, and no one will escape unscathed. Fans have already noticed the subtle hints in the trailer: a locked room, a frantic phone call, and a shadowed figure waiting in the hall. Questions start spinning immediately. Will Ruby's decisions finally cost her everything she cares about? Is James about to pay the price for the mistakes he thought he could hide? And what about the new faces we catch glimpses of in the trailer? How will they tip the scales? The tension is almost unbearable, and the trailer makes it clear. This season, Maxton Hall isn't just a place of power, it's a battlefield where every secret and betrayal comes with a heavy price. The Season 2 trailer opens with a sense of urgency that immediately pulls you in, unlike Season 1, where the tension slowly built over time. This trailer throws viewers straight into moments of high stakes, leaving no room to breathe. The first few seconds already hint at a more dangerous, unpredictable Maxton Hall, where power struggles aren't just about dominance, but survival. Ruby and James are no longer just dealing with internal conflicts now. They are facing external forces that threaten everything they've fought for. One of the most striking things about the trailer is how it uses brief flashes of confrontations to show just how much the stakes have risen. Ruby appears more determined. Yet there's a visible tension in her expressions that suggests guilt or fear over past actions. James, on the other hand, seems trapped between making the right choice and trying to protect himself. And the trailer emphasizes this duality through tightly framed shots and rapid cuts that leave the viewer wondering, what will happen next? There are moments where the trailer briefly introduces new characters, hinting at alliances and rivalries that weren't present before. These introductions are subtle but powerful, giving fans enough to speculate while keeping the story mysterious. Another important element in this trailer is the setting itself. Maxton Hall looks darker, almost foreboding, with hallways and rooms shadowed in ways that make viewers feel a sense of looming danger, even in the brief glimpses of outdoor spaces. There's an atmosphere of suspense, as if something important is about to happen at any moment. The trailer also cleverly reminds fans of the Season 1 cliffhangers without explicitly showing them, using quick flashes and reactions to trigger memories of unresolved conflicts. These callbacks are key because they create an emotional connection for viewers, making them feel like the story is continuing in a natural, tense progression. Dialogue snippets in the trailer are minimal but loaded with weight. A line from Ruby, almost whispered, hints at regret or a secret being revealed, while James' clipped, tense words suggest confrontation and rising pressure. These small pieces of dialogue, combined with the visual cues, create a powerful preview of the season's drama. Throughout the trailer, there's a rhythmic pacing, fast cuts of confrontations, slow close-ups of intense expressions, and sudden blackouts that make viewers' hearts race. Each moment feels designed to tease consequences and raise questions rather than answer them, which is perfect for a Season 2 trailer. What's particularly interesting is how the trailer balances personal drama with broader stakes. Ruby and James' storylines are central, but the hints of outside forces, mysterious figures, sudden alarms, or secretive meetings expand the tension, suggesting that this season won't just be about interpersonal conflict, but a larger game at play. By the end of the trailer, the atmosphere is thick with suspense. Viewers can feel that the consequences of past actions are closing in on the characters, and the trailer doesn't shy away from showing that even small mistakes can have huge ripple effects. Every glance, gesture, and line of dialogue seems carefully chosen to build anticipation and keep fans theorizing. It sets the stage for a season that promises higher stakes, more intense conflicts, and a deeper dive into both the personal and strategic battles Ruby and James face. This overview of the trailer establishes the mood, introduces the heightened tension, and sets up the expectation that Season 2 of Maxton Hall will be relentless in showing how choices have consequence. And no character, no matter how strong, is safe from the fallout. Season 2 of Maxton Hall immediately makes it clear that Ruby and James are stepping into a world where every decision has weight. And the trailer highlights just how much their personal journeys will be tested. Ruby, once confident and calculated, is shown in moments of hesitation and inner conflict, suggesting that the choices she made in Season 1 are now catching up to her. Her expressions throughout the trailer reflect more than anger or determination. They hint at guilt, fear, and the realization that some mistakes cannot be undone. One striking aspect is how Ruby is positioned in several shots surrounded by others who are clearly questioning her authority or intentions, indicating that the alliances she once relied on may no longer be solid. There's a tension in the way she interacts with both familiar faces and new characters, showing that her ability to navigate Maxton Hall's complex social web is being challenged like never before. James' arc is equally compelling, but in a contrasting way. While Ruby wrestles with moral consequences, James seems caught in a constant push and pull between survival and loyalty. The trailer emphasizes moments where he is alone, suggesting introspection, followed immediately by confrontations where he must make quick decisions under pressure. This duality paints him as a character who is deeply human, flawed, reactive, and yet capable of surprising resilience. Their interactions, especially scenes where the two share intense looks or heated exchanges, indicate that their bond will be tested. The trailer hints at a growing divide, showing that trust between them may be fraying under the weight of past actions and external pressures. Secondary characters also play a critical role in shaping the conflicts, with the trailer offering glimpses of new faces whose intentions are mysterious. Some of these newcomers are shown in positions of influence, hinting at power shifts within Maxton Hall, while others appear in fleeting, shadowed shots that suggest hidden agendas or potential betrayals. Even characters who were previously allies now appear to have ambiguous motives, creating a constant sense of uncertainty that amplifies the tension. One particularly intriguing element in the trailer is the subtle use of body language to convey conflict. Ruby's clenched fists, James' tense posture, and the wary glances exchanged between characters all serve as nonverbal storytelling, hinting at struggles that dialogue alone could not capture. These visual cues suggest that the season will rely heavily on nuanced character dynamics, showing that actions and reactions are as important as words. Themes of power, loyalty, and consequence are threaded throughout every frame, with Ruby and James at the center of a web of intrigue. The trailer also emphasizes that their challenges are not limited to personal relationships. Strategic maneuvering, hidden threats, and high-stakes decision-making are woven into their arcs. The juxtaposition of personal conflict and broader stakes elevates the tension, creating a layered narrative where every choice has both emotional and practical ramifications. By the end of the trailer, it becomes evident that Ruby's journey will focus on reconciling her past with the impossible pressures of the present, while James must navigate survival without losing himself completely. Both characters are shown in moments that foreshadow potential transformation, suggesting that Season 2 will not just revisit old rivalries, but also explore new dimensions of their personalities. The trailer subtly invites fans to speculate. Who can Ruby trust? Will James find a path that doesn't compromise his values? How will these characters adapt when every action seems to have an unavoidable consequence? By presenting these arcs alongside brief but telling hints of conflict with other characters, the trailer makes it clear that Season 2 will be a complex tapestry of interpersonal drama, moral dilemmas, and high-stakes tension, all centered around the evolution of Ruby and James as they confront challenges that could change everything they know about Maxton Hall. Every glance, every line, and every pause in the trailer feels calculated to underscore the fragile balance of power. And it's this careful construction that makes this season feel like it will be both unpredictable and deeply satisfying for viewers invested in the characters' journeys. The trailer for Season 2 doesn't just tease tension, it drops hints of moments that could completely redefine Maxton Hall, and viewers are left trying to piece together what will happen next. One of the most striking sequences shows Ruby standing in a dimly lit hallway, staring at an envelope or a folder that seems to hold devastating information, suggesting that secrets she thought were buried are now resurfacing in ways she cannot control. James is also shown in a tense standoff with an unidentified figure, his posture rigid and his face tight with frustration, hinting that betrayal or confrontation will come from unexpected directions. These moments are brief in the trailer, but they carry immense weight, indicating that Season 2 will. Additionally, the trailer hints at pivotal moments that could drastically shift the power balance within the story. A new character is briefly shown observing events from the shadows, implying the introduction of fresh alliances, rivalries, or threats that could change everything Ruby and James thought they knew. The tension escalates further in scenes where the camera lingers on minor characters reacting in shock or fear, suggesting that decisions made by Ruby and James may have unintended consequences affecting everyone in the hall. One particularly chilling moment involves a character, possibly a former ally, holding a weapon or standing in a doorway with a menacing presence, foreshadowing a conflict that could alter the course of the season. These subtle details indicate that Season 2 will blend personal drama with suspenseful, almost thriller-like elements, keeping viewers constantly guessing. The trailer also uses visual cues to hint at potential storylines without giving away full plot points. For example, objects that appear only briefly, a key left on a table, a broken phone, or a shadow passing by suggest secrets, betrayals, or hidden dangers that will be central to the unfolding drama. Dialogue is sparse but carefully chosen. Even a single line of warning or accusation can signal a major turning point in a character's journey, highlighting that words, like actions, carry deep weight in Maxton Hall. Another interesting aspect is the way the trailer juxtaposes moments of vulnerability with sudden bursts of action, showing characters caught off guard, running from threats, or confronting someone they once trusted. These contrasts make the trailer feel alive, hinting at a season that will keep viewers on edge with unpredictability and suspense. Fans will also notice small but significant foreshadowing in the characters' expressions, Ruby's brief flashes of panic, James' clenched jaw, or the way certain characters watch others from a distance, all pointing to consequences that are both personal and far-reaching. The trailer closes with moments of heightened tension, leaving viewers with unanswered questions about loyalty, survival, and the true cost of past choices. It becomes evident that Season 2 will not shy away from showing that every action has a reaction, that betrayal can come from any corner, and that the seemingly small decisions of Ruby and James may cascade into dramatic consequences affecting the entire Maxton Hall universe. By packing these suspenseful glimpses into a compact trailer, the creators have built anticipation that is impossible to ignore, making it clear that viewers will need to pay attention to both the obvious and subtle hints if they want to understand the full scope of the story. From unexpected confrontations to hidden threats, from secret revelations to potential alliances being tested, the trailer signals a season that is bigger, darker, and more unpredictable than ever, with Ruby and James caught at the center of a web of consequences that could change their lives and Maxton Hall itself. Forever. The reaction to the Season 2 trailer for Maxton Hall has been nothing short of explosive, with fans immediately dissecting every moment, line, and glance for clues about what's to come. Social media platforms, from Twitter to Reddit and TikTok, are buzzing with speculation, and it's clear that viewers are deeply invested in Ruby and James' fates. Fans have been quick to point out subtle details in the trailer that suggest major plot developments, such as Ruby's hesitant expression in several shots, which some interpret as foreshadowing a betrayal or a choice that could have irreversible consequences. James' tense body language has sparked debates about whether he will remain loyal to Ruby or if circumstances will push him toward actions that could break their bond entirely. Viewers are also focused on the new characters teased in the trailer, with speculation running wild about their roles. Some fans believe these new faces could bring dangerous alliances, while others suggest they might act as catalysts for long-awaited revenge plots. The fan theories go further, attempting to connect Season 2 to unresolved mysteries from Season 1. Comments on social media highlight moments like a fleeting shadowed figure or a close-up of an important object, leading to predictions that hidden agendas will finally come to light and that characters who seem safe may suddenly find themselves in jeopardy. The intensity of the fan discussions reflects not only the popularity of the show, but also the complexity of its narrative. Many theories suggest that Ruby's past actions will force her into moral dilemmas, while James may be faced with a choice that tests his loyalty and integrity. Fans are particularly intrigued by the way the trailer frames moments of confrontation, with some suggesting that these scenes are hinting at a major showdown or unexpected betrayal. The debate extends to minor characters as well, with viewers analyzing brief reactions, whispered lines, and even background interactions to predict who might shift allegiances or who may face a shocking downfall. On platforms like TikTok, short clips of the trailer have gone viral, with users creating compilations of all the moments where Ruby and James appear conflicted or caught in intense situations, often paired with commentary predicting plot twists or hidden connections. Reddit threads are filled with long-form theories breaking down each frame and line of dialogue, trying to figure out the season's overarching narrative and the potential consequences for the main characters. Even fan art and memes have surfaced, portraying Ruby and James in dramatic or dangerous scenarios that align with the trailer's hints, demonstrating the creativity and engagement of the fanbase. One particularly interesting trend among fans is the focus on the emotional stakes, with many speculating about which relationships will fracture and which might survive under the pressure of new threats. Fans are also analyzing the trailer's pacing, noticing that the quick cuts between tense moments and quieter, more introspective scenes may indicate alternating storylines that explore both the personal and strategic challenges Ruby and James will face. Another popular theory centers on the hidden messages and symbolism sprinkled throughout the trailer, items left in the background, subtle gestures, or even the way characters are framed visually. These details are being interpreted as foreshadowing both alliances and betrayals, sparking conversations about who will emerge stronger and who may be consumed by their own mistakes. Overall, the fan reactions reveal a community deeply engaged in the story, eager to predict, dissect, and debate every possible outcome, with a shared understanding that Season 2 will be intense, unpredictable, and full of consequences. The sheer volume of commentary, speculation, and creative response underscores just how invested viewers are in the fates of Ruby and James, and the discussion continues to grow as the premiere approaches. What emerges from these reactions is a clear pattern. Fans are anticipating high drama, moral complexity, and unexpected twists. And the trailer has successfully ignited a sense of urgency and excitement that will carry through the entire season. Looking at the trailer as a whole, it's clear that Season 2 of Maxton Hall is setting the stage for a story that will test Ruby and James in ways they could never have imagined. And the implications go far beyond what the trailer directly shows. The careful construction of the teaser suggests that every moment, glance, and line of dialogue is deliberate, designed to hint at conflicts, betrayals, and consequences that will ripple through the season. Ruby, who has grown in confidence and strategy, appears more vulnerable this season, with the trailer emphasizing subtle expressions of doubt and hesitation, hinting that her past decisions may finally come back to haunt her. This vulnerability doesn't make her weaker. It sets up a narrative arc that could redefine her character, showing resilience under pressure and the moral cost of leadership. James, on the other hand, seems poised at a crossroads where loyalty, self-preservation, and moral choices collide. His tense interactions, isolated moments, and confrontations with other characters imply that he will face scenarios that force him to question his alliances and his identity. Together, their journeys appear to be on a collision course, and the trailer teases moments where trust will be tested, decisions will have irreversible consequences, and even minor actions could set off chains of events no one could predict. Beyond the main characters, the trailer suggests that Season 2 will expand the universe of Maxton Hall through the introduction of new figures whose motives are unclear, adding layers of intrigue and complexity. The brief shots of these newcomers, combined with hints of secret meetings and strategic confrontations, imply that alliances may shift, power dynamics could change drastically, and familiar faces might reveal hidden agendas. Fans have already speculated on who these characters might be and how they will influence Ruby and James Potts, suggesting potential storylines involving revenge, manipulation, or unexpected partnerships. Another intriguing element is the trailer's use of visual storytelling to hint at consequences before they occur. Shadows, fleeting glances, objects left in plain sight, and framed expressions all work together to foreshadow twists that may unfold gradually, rewarding attentive viewers who pick up on the subtle cues, from locked doors and whispered warnings to tense confrontations. The trailer emphasizes the stakes at both the personal and organizational levels within Maxton Hall. The pacing of the trailer itself also suggests that Season 2 will balance moments of intense